Dude, you got this fucking handle. Let's record that shit.
Okay.
You've got it, man. You can do this.
Why did that guitar track seem right?
Because it is. I transposed it to the right spot. We found it. It just sounded funky when you were playing it on the other bass. It sounds right when you play it on this bass. That bass is intonated to the nuts, though. I fucking work on it every day, so I know that bass is right.
Hello, happy man. Hey. Welcome to me.
Hey. 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 Got a need for some action. Gonna party all day and night. I'm burning my trash, going drinking down real soon, alright. Might pop up pillow too before this night is through. Wanna good times and never ran. Think I started off right with a couple of friends.
That was musical gold there, man.
Double shot of whiskey really make my day.
No, you're playing the right part, but this is not the chunk part, is what I was saying.
Oh, sweet.
That stops right. This stops right. It's the chunk at the end. This
So
one right here.
Back up.
So this one right here is. I'm just saying when that one, I spoke ahead long before where I was thinking way.
Because there's another break. Oh fuck!
This one needs to be
Hang
completely
on.
empty.
There's another break at the end of the last verse.
Yeah, this one needs to be empty. The next one's gonna have it in the other ear.
Sorry, this might hurt a little bit. There we go.
So me, yeah. So yeah, 2004. Holy crap. You know, basically like 3 battered musicians that were in 2 different bands. Just decided to, you know, abandon, get together, and it just kind of happened. So we kind of, you know, we come in with material that I've got, material that Sean Duran's got, Mark Peterson's got, kind of, and you know, we just we're kind of sitting in the front room trying to decide what the name of this band's going to be, and we're sitting there with a heavy metal shop sticker, not in my hand, obviously, but it's like, so we you know. We're all, you know, having drinks and all this and that, and we're like, well, we're gonna cut these letters out, and our band is gonna be in the name of these letters. So everything we came up with had meat in it. So I'm like, well, why don't we just call our band Meat? And the rest was history from there.
Grueling drum process.
No, I totally get it. It's just it sucks that I'm the
Yeah, but I could tell you were getting discouraged. You're like, holy shit, we're not going to end up with anything good kind of feeling. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah.
And I was just like,
it's
no,
maddening.
really, just...
It's maddening, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
How that like the guitarist of Godsmack is fucking phenomenal,
Yes.
but his leads are just like
Tasteful.
very basic.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Okay.
I gotta pee.
All right. Double Shot of Whiskey is the EP that me and Daryl worked on this last fall, and it's 5 songs. 4 of them we did their original songs. A couple of them have some history behind them. We did one Buffalo Springfield cover, What It's Worth. It's a great song that we kind of made into a Meat original, though Buffalo Springfield came up with the original idea on that. We meatified it, as it were. And a couple of other songs came from about 20 years ago that Daryl and I used to be in a band together back in the 90s. And there's a couple of songs we did on there. One of them was Tragedy, and the other one was Do You Want Love? And those songs came from about 1994. We were in this band and we played these songs around. We had a demo of these songs, and after I left the band back in 1994-ish or something like that to raise my kids, things like that, me and Daryl fell out of contact for a good 21 years, and we came back into contact for this meat project, and we booked the studio time, and we're like, hey, what would be a great idea? I found the old cassette of the demos that we did from 21 years ago from these songs, and had Tragedy and Do You Want Love on it, and we listened to them and like, man, we should resurrect these songs and make them awesome again. And so we did, and that's part of what we put on this EP that we put out. And so we kind of breathed new life into these two songs. One of my favorite songs on the EP is Living It Up. Daryl wrote that a bunch of years ago with the first incarnation of Meat. And Living It Up is, I got the lyric Double Shot of Whiskey, which is the EP's namesake. That song is it's an awesome, just straightforward party song. I love it, and it's super fun to play the drums too. It's just got a hard-hitting groove to it, and it's a killer song. I loved it. And so yeah, this record it's kind of another one of the reasons why I think we like to call this a double shot of whiskey, besides the in reference to the song Living It Up, is Daryl and I, we've been in and out of the music business together since high school. Him and I have kind of crossed paths since high school, and
that's fucking so fucking solid, dude. You fucking shitting me? Did you ever think it was gonna sound like that?
Sounds awesome.
That's fucking solid as fuck.
Well, I'll just be honest. I had no doubts coming in here. Because I got sort of recorded with you too much, so yeah. I'm like,
you've been jamming with me for over a year.
I'm sorry, Daniel. It might sound like ass.
Oh no, I had all the confidence in the world. They just hadn't,
Okay.
We took, I took 21 years off, unfortunately, and Daryl and I's path crossed again, and Daryl brought me in for the new Meat project, and it's kind of like with Daryl and I in the studio together banging out these 5 songs. It was kind of like Daryl and I were kind of a double shot of whiskey ourselves, so it's kind of a dual meaning. Double shot of whiskey is a lyric in the song, and then Daryl and I being, representing the double shot of whiskey also, and it's kind of a cool thing.
God, I still wanna.
All right, just get it over with.
You don't want me to do that?
No, I don't. I really don't. I was just like, if it's gonna get me a discount,
might be worth $10. There's a slight. It's like one guitar's in a little before the other, but it sounds kind of cool because it's kind of going.
Like sways, huh?
Yeah.
Swing. Swing.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Swing.
All right, that's fine. We're gonna go from where the Can't You See. You ready? Next one. We still got a half an hour.
We do? Oh yeah, you were late, bitch.
Yes, we still got a half an hour.
All right, so let's go to. Since we're on this guitar, let's go to For What It's Worth.
Happening, huh? You just want to try it with that sound? See what happens?
I don't know.
See what's happening here?
Okay, what do you think?
All right, what?
How many years have we been playing this song? What do you think of that distorted part as far as, covering over the clean tones?
I think we could go all distorted.
You think so?
Yeah, it sounded good.
Okay.
All right.
Well, here we go then.
And we're remaking the entire song anyway, so
Yeah.
why not?
Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
There we go. Ready? We already got Goofy somewhere. I know what it is. We're punching in from right here.
You know, incorporating everything that's modern with the Metal Edge Assassin team. That was my goal, and I think we've accomplished it. And you know, we've incorporated not only, you know, my thoughts and my ideas, but you know, Daniel came in and he, you know, brought what he thought should be involved in this project, and it's worked, and the goals so far have happened. Happy.
In fact, maybe I should just.
Do you want love? Want tenderness? Want someone to hold you when you're down? Do you need some? Do you want love? Do you want tenderness? Do you want someone to hold you when you're down? Do you need someone to take you there on the road to paradise? Well, I'm the one. Come on, let's roll the dice.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Daryl and I have been playing music together since high school, and so we kind of got a feel on how each other thinks musically, and you know, where they're gonna throw a fill, where they're gonna do a break, where they're gonna throw a hook. So we kind of have a feeling of how each other works musically, and that's, you know, when Daryl brought me onto this project, you know, a couple of years ago, that you know, I hadn't played drums in like 5 years. I hadn't hit a drum in 5 years. I was living in an apartment in downtown and nothing. And so, but Daryl brings me in. He has a drum kit in his house, and we started rehearsing, and took a matter of a couple of rehearsals to knock the rust off the skills. And it was kind of like riding a bike, getting back on again. And we had our, you know, it's just like the vibe just clicked back in together. It's like we're back on the same wavelength. And like, you know, we're back into basically being able to tell how each other is thinking musically, to be able to pick up in each other's cues and be able to throw a fill here or a hook there, and knowing what Daryl's gonna do and what he knows what I'm gonna do. And so we're basically on the same wavelength musically, is, you know, which makes it work really well with this record that we did.
Hey! Hey!
Much better. Okay, chorus ones?
Yep.
You know what the words are.
Love.
Oh.
So you got
Love! Oh, yeah.
Down!
okay. That's what we're going for right now.
Alright.
Love! Down!
Does it?
Yes, it does.
Oh my god.
Hey! Welcome to Meat Central. We're about to record a fucking album. That's all I got.
You know, the chemistry is really good. You know, with me and Daniel, and that's why, you know, with the current Meat, we jive so good. And you know, putting this EP together, it just seemed natural. I mean, we started rehearsing the songs that we did, 20 years ago, and obviously we've refreshed them, and it was just like old times. It was just like high school. So as far as the chemistry goes, I was very happy with it, and it just became what it should have been. And it's almost like we put up the kickstand and here we go, man. Let's ride this bike. I mean, our creative process, as far as creating music, it's basically throughout the history of Meat, has been a lot of, either I've brought stuff in, or the musicians that I've performed with or written music with has it's basically. I mean, pretty much it is what it is. It's fucking rock and roll. I'll come in with a riff, and Daniel will come in with a beat, and next thing you know, I'm singing a bunch of gibberish, and so I go home, I write down a bunch of shit, and come back. Next thing you know, we got a song. And do you want love? Do you want tenderness? You want someone to hold you when you're down. Just like that. And then we get creative after that. So the creative process just kind of molds itself, and it's rock and roll. And ultimately, there's no other way of getting around it. Some people call us metal, some people call us, rock, but it's like, it just feels good.
I'm the one coming from life.
That's worried about that first hit being off. So I'm not worried about the first hit being off. I can just move in. Okay. All right.
Won't you do someone else you? Stumble with thinking, do it all. Stumble, then you fall. Jump back up and take a roll it all.
That kick has a fucking low end in it, man. It's fucking awesome.
Basically, Daryl and I just get in the room, turn on the amps, twirl the sticks, and he starts throwing down a lick that he's liked and everything, and like, hey, check this out, and he'll be throwing down this lick and everything, and I'm like, all right, I can feel where the rhythm is going and where the song's heading, and I can kind of pick up what Daryl's laying down, and it's really just a matter of just free-form jamming until something materializes that makes sense. Sometimes it takes 5 minutes, sometimes it takes 5 days, but our creative process is really kind of like just free-form playing until something makes sense that comes out. And because Daryl and I have such the musical chemistry and everything, we can kind of see or feel what each other is going to be doing next. It makes it a lot easier to be able to pick up on his vibe, he'll pick up on my vibe, and I'll say, hey, this sounds right in my head, let's do it like this, and he'll do the same thing back with me, like, hey, try this on the drums, and so it's basically a back and forth thing, and it's really just kind of a free-form creative process until something is making sense at the end of the day.
I need you to listen to this, make sure all the edits work.
Okay.
All right, Double Shot of Whiskey is a mix of old and new, and you know, it's definitely an EP, you know, with a big party theme, and it's just all about fun. You know, it's 5 songs that's you know, mixed with a lot of the old stuff that you know, me and Daniel Jesse wrote 20 years ago, and we just decided, you know, let's relive that shit. And you know, we threw in a cover tune and a song that I wrote about 6 years ago called Living It Up, which is just a complete party song. And it's got a line in that that's Double Shot of Whiskey that, you know, we're just like, we should call this album Double Shot of Whiskey. You know why? Because that'd really make my fucking day.
MTV makes this look way too freaking easy. This is not easy. This is not easy. This is hard. Stress is killing me. Holy crap. Seriously, all those videos you guys see of bands in the studios and things like that. Holy crap. This is hard work. You think you have good timing? You don't have good timing. I thought I had good timing. I don't have good timing. I'm playing to a click track. This is hard. I'm hearing my drums over and over. Samples, or not samples, but hearing my drums over and over in my head and trying to figure out what they're trying to correct in the sound booth, and it's maddening. Oh my gosh. I'm listening what the sound booth is feeding to my ears, and I'm just like, what am I getting wrong? I don't know. Here we go again. Oh. It goes faster the 12th time. Okay, all right, turn up the guitars in my ears a little bit, please.
Kurt Johnson, he engineered and helped produce, I guess you could say, this record that we did. And Kurt's been around the musical block multiple times, which is a really cool thing. You know, he's pretty much done it all musically, so he's got a huge base of knowledge as what's good, what's bad, what sounds good, what's the right thing to do. You know, Kurt really knows his stuff. He's put together this incredible recording studio that you know, he had us record this record in, and Soundwave Recording Studios. You know, there's a lot of times you know, during the 3 months that we were creating this record, that Kurt would jump in and say, hey, how about try this a little bit differently this way, put in these bass accents, put in, you know, all these different different little sweeteners, I guess you can say, to make the record just even that much better, that Kurt knows what sounds good. And so he added a lot of that production value to our record, and I'm really glad that he was able to do that. Well, it was Randy Johnson. He's Kurt's son, and he has the younger feel of producing. And I was having a hard time in the studio, laying my drum tracks, and it was a hell of a day that I was just like not getting it. I'm like, man, I just couldn't get the track right. And Randy comes in, you know, and gets in the control booth, and he basically, whatever he did, he knew what to say and how to say it, but he walked me through the drum tracks, and we were able to get the drum tracks down that I was just killing me that day. And so, you know, Randy having the younger perspective on music and how to talk drums, I guess, how to talk to a drummer, I guess you could say. Randy was able to, you know, make it so that that day of hell was less hellish.
Holy crap! Did that finally freaking work?
Holy crap! Look at Daniel. Look what he's got.
Did it finally work? I hope it freaking finally worked.
Yeah, we got it. Yes.
That one's badass.
About fucking time, motherfucker. Yeah.
As far as my drummer, Daniel Jesse, man, you know, he just fits my style. I'm not looking for anything that's like, you know, I don't want any fucking Pantera. I just want rock and roll. And as far as his style goes, it just fucking works. And ultimately, you know, we're like two peas in a pod, Jenny. Yeah.
Something's happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there, telling me got to beware. It's time to stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody looks going down.
The final version will sound nothing like this. Nothing. In fact, it'll be like this.
Run! Everybody's wrong, motherfucker. Young people speaking their minds. So much resistance from behind.
All right, people. This is how we do it at the fucking meat studio. We got a fucking hand truck. We're gonna zombie hand truck that we're gonna haul fucking Daniel Jesse out here with later. And it's gonna be like this. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Woo! It worked.
Soundwave!
It worked.
It worked. Oh my gosh. I'm as ready as I'm gonna be.
For me, it's kind of a new introduction for me into music. I mean, I've been out of the scene for 21 years or longer, and for me, it's kind of a, you know, rising up again and a new beginning in the music for me. I mean, Daryl's a seasoned veteran in the scene. He's been doing this stuff for the last 30 years or whatever, and he's been doing it forever, and I haven't. So to me, it's a brand new thing, and it's you know, it's a great new beginning for me to basically do what I've always wanted to do since I was 12 years old, is do music and play drums and entertain people is what I've always wanted to do. And with this new opportunity that Daryl's given me and bringing me into this project, it's happening, and it's an awesome situation, and it means a lot to me because it's a brand new beginning.
That has changed. You got a need for some action. I'm gonna party all day and night. A bottle of my trash, gonna drink it down in a ride. Double shot of whiskey really make my day.
I grew up on, 80s rock. But I'm not gonna lie, the one thing that triggered my musical drive was Motley Crue. I was actually on a scouting trip, and one of my friends played Home Sweet Home, and from there on out, I obviously went home, researched it, got the cassette, and from there on out, I was just like, yeah, this is what I fucking want to do, man. Yeah, rock and roll.
Dumb and living up. You gotta have that there.
Yes.
And Randy is out.
That's how we do.
Song done? Is that it?
That's it. That's a good
Mic
dummy.
drop.
Get done, you
Please
trans?
don't, please,
Yeah.
don't, please don't drop the mic.
Hey, man, we're in it.
Okay.
Do you want love? Do you want tenderness? Want someone to hold you when you're down? Need someone to take you there? Want you to take your eyes? I don't wanna be so blind. Want your head, want your time around. Sympathy wants you to love. Your head wants you to someone to shield.
Daryl's playing style is really straightforward, hard-hitting. Daryl, as far as I know, Daryl never took any formal lessons, which is really cool because he basically, taught himself, through influences around him to play guitar and sing. And I think that's really cool because he's created his own version of rock and metal, and he's a huge Motley Crue fan, a huge Metallica fan, so you might be able to see some influences as far as that goes, which is great, but he's never had any formal lessons, and he's basically picked up his skills along the way over the last 30-something years or whatever that he's been doing this. And so his skill set is kind of super unique in that no one really told him what to do or how to do it. He just basically did what he wanted to do. And I think that's really cool, and I like the uniqueness of that. And his guitar playing, he's not like this virtuoso that's like all over the guitar and everything. I don't want that kind of person as a guitarist because that's not the kind of band we are. We're just a straight hard-hitting rock band, and he's got the good crunch and the good licks and everything, and I think it's awesome that him on guitars and singing and everything is a super unique sound, and I like that about the band.
Okay, I just need to see where that hits.
It's that hit right there you need to watch.
What's
This
that?
one. This one right here.
Okay.
There you go.
Need someone to take you down. You got eyes. I don't want to be
That kick needed to be fixed before. We already knew that.
I thought it sounded pretty good.
I make a pretty good bass player, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Okay, man. Yeah.
This is Mr. Daryl Zitting,
Some people like to call me Mr. Mate.
Mr. Mate.
Hello.
Vocals, lead guitar, bass guitar, everything else in between.
Yes, and sometimes bass, and oh wait, I gotta take this call. But this one goes to 11. All right, goodbye. Is that the black milk? Now this is alcohol abuse right fucking here, man.
What'd you do, break one?
Oh, you can't
I
get
didn't
into
even
it.
get
that far.
Can't even get into it.
We are the champions. There you go.
Yeah. Here we go.
Fucking guitar players trying to play bass.
It's all good. It's all good.
You know, definitely working, you know, with Kurt and Randy Johnson was definitely my first choice. You know, playing with Kurt in Downfall, and Randy, of course, and just seeing the way that not only that they perform and write music, and going into Kurt's studio, it was just there was a no-brainer. So I was, you know, obviously, you know, very honored to do that, and I think because of that, the result of the album just, you know, turned out awesome and extremely well, and I think it probably wouldn't have turned out the way it did if we didn't collaborate with those guys, for sure. Yep.
Sounding good, man.
Of course it is. Just kidding.
Because Kurt's engineering it.
That's right.
You guys are already established. You guys think Randy's better.
No, I didn't say that. I said he was good.
Alright,
I
it'll be
had to-
okay.
I had to throw it in there. I had to throw it in
You're getting
there. Oh yeah.
420. Hey, everybody.
420.
420.
Woo!
Coke it up.
Blaze, living it up, yeah.
Yeah. How did you find that guy?
Shut up, man.
We had teach in elementary school.
I was taking a class because I got a letter in the mail saying I had to redo something in the 5th grade.
That's
Hey,
right.
buddy. Didn't I go to high school with you?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh man.
I was just sloppy right there.
You hear
What
what
are you
I'm,
thinking? What are you thinking?
you hear what I'm laying down there? Okay, so here we go.
Do you hear me?
Got me? Hear what I'm hearing? Do you hear what I'm hearing?
Let's do it one more time. And then
That's why we have producers, engineers, folks.
so you're just saying just a slide right there.
So, dude, so,
There's a couple
okay,
of notes
so
in the
listen.
middle of the
So, do is the first one. It's the same note, just did. No, the first one is just then. No, do. So, see if that works.
That sounds good.
You got what I'm pitching at you?
I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Okay.
No, that part was freaking awesome. awesome. I loved it.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking. That is so there. Fuck yeah, that's fucking.
No,
That's
that was
right
good.
on
It
point.
wasn't. It wasn't slop.
No.
Dude, that's right on point. That's fucking awesome,
It was,
dude.
it was
Okay.
great.
Okay.
Whoa, captain's chair.
Whoa!
Shit's gonna get fucked up. Well, I guess I could play it like it's supposed to be played. Here's what you have when you fuck shit up. Alright, so what has happened here is a glitch in the system. My system.
Is that an operator error?
Yeah, that's operator error, man. That's one of those where it's like, oh,
Is that an ID10T
Fuck.
error?
thank God it didn't fuck, How the fuck did I fucking do that? That's it! No, not gonna do that. I played it a step too high.
On the guitar?
Yeah.
No problem.
Look at that.
No,
The genius.
that's
The genius says no problem.
no problem! Fucking A! There's not a problem here.
Want the amazing fucking world of digital to kick in, huh? Here we go.
So,
All right, the genius at work here.
Oh no.
uh-oh.
This may not be as easy as I thought.
Ah, crap.
Oh,
I would play that song on a 5-string to start with.
Yeah?
Just a thought, because that should be. It should be, instead of being it should be, you know, like.
Okay.
What are you playing?
Might as well be wasted, life is wasting away. Double shot of whiskey really make my day.
Dude, you got this fucking handle. Let's record that shit.
Okay.
You've got it, man. You can do this.
Why did that guitar track seem right?
Because it is. I transposed it to the right spot. We found it. It just sounded funky when you were
Okay.
playing it on the otother bass. It sounds right when you play it on this bass. That bass is intonated to the nuts, though. I fucking work on it every day, so I know that bass is right.
Okay.
We're gonna start from there. Just. Alright, I think we got it, man.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow!
Is that all the bass tracks done?
Yeah. That is all the bass tracks done. Holy shit. Knock that out in an hour, dude.
Wow.
Look at, you did it in an hour.
Wow. Remember we were saying 4:20? Now it's 5:30. That's an hour point one.
And it's not even in your genre. You're not even a bass player.
Well, you know, I've been doing this for a minute.
Good job, dude.
Yeah, let's talk about that minute.
Good job, man.
right there, Kurt. Motherfuckers, how I roll.
Exactly.
That's the crowd right there.
Exactly.
Bam.
I think that one needs to be.
I'm glad I thought of
left
that.
alone.
Yeah, I'm just...
All right, so you're coming in
Remember
right
who
where
wrote
that.
it.
You're coming in right where that comes back
Okay.
in.
And Randy is out.
Might have to keep that on the
You
album
might have
somewhere.
to keep that one.
That's awesome.
What? Hey,
Yeah,
we're
quit
busy
fucking
right
up,
now.
man. Can't you see we're busy over here? Holy
Oh.
shit!
Oh my god, dude. Wow.
All right, you ready? You ready, man?
I guess.
You ready to do the shit?
Ready to gonna be.
All right, give me your kick. Snare. Tom 1, 2, 3. Hi-hat. Ride. All right, we're ready to go. As soon as that stops ringing.
You know, we brought in, we basically resurrected Why Can't I Believe, Tragedy, and Do You Want Love. Those songs were written back when Daryl and I was in a band back in the 90s, in the mid-90s. And those songs were, we wrote those songs in the 90s, we played them out in the clubs, we had a demo tape of those songs, and we were just like, man, these are some great songs that I bet we can just, you know, resurrect them and make them just way, just awesome now with what we have today. So yeah, basically those 3 songs we brought from the 90s to just basically take to the next level. That both of us feel that the songs were underserved in the 90s. We wanted to make sure that they got the recording that they deserved and the quality that they deserved, and so that's what we did with those, is basically, you know, did those songs justice by redoing them. With Living It Up, I remember after rehearsing with Daryl, you know, a few months, we were bringing me back into this the new Meat project, and Daryl says, hey, let's play this song, Living It Up, and so he puts on the old demo. I think he had a really rough demo of that song, and he played that for me, and then he, you know, played it, and I was just like, man, I dug that song. And you know, Daryl's never recorded that song ever, and so he's like, man, we got to put this on the new record. And so, all right, we'll do that on the record, and it's just a good party anthem. It's just super fun to play. The crowds love it when we play it in the clubs. You know, when I remember the first time hearing it in the control room after we got the raw tracks cut for that song, we were playing it back in the control room, and oh my gosh, it was like, holy crap, this sounds so good. This is just hardcore, just meaty and beefy, and just hit you right in the chest. I loved it, and so I love that song. It's great. The Buffalo Springfield song, For What It's Worth, it's one that I've always loved, and I'm always a fan of when a band can go do a cover, but then not do the cover note for note, just like the original artist did it. I really love it when bands take a cover and then make it into their own song, and make it so that you can tell it's a cover, but it sounds completely original at the same time. And that's, I think, what we did with For What It's Worth, is you can tell it's Buffalo Springfield's song, but it's 100% Meat song at the same time. And so that's what I love when bands do covers like that, and I'm glad we were able to create that.
I have always had trouble with fucking G-strings, dude.
Well, it's not necessarily that as much as the pickups are set too high.
I don't think I missed it.
Yeah, I'd say the drum track's pretty awesome.
What up, dude?
He lives, he lived. Dude, that fucking 421 is the shit.
Can't believe you put
Now tell me if you can tell which Tom I have the 421.
Can't believe you put me through another test game. Come back, you're back sleeping with my friend.
The smooth one on the bottom. I have it on the lowest Tom.
Yeah, it's this kick drum that is, but it's fucking rad.
It's huge, huh? listen to that thing, dude.
28, it's badass.
Listen to this fucking thing. Oh, fuck, sorry, that might land in the part of the song where there's a kick drum.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Are you guys working on vocal tracks right now?
Dude, that is dry, that kick drum dry.
What is that, 52?
Look at that kick drum, dude. It's a 28.
Oh, yeah, well,
It's a fucking beast, man.
Are you using the drum set in there at all today?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the snare and tune it up.
Yeah.
It's like, he just goes to Russia, and then I think he overcorrects a little bit, so.
Randy speaks drummer better than I do. That's why I wanted him to work this one.
Well, speak drummer into the microphone.
Well, he's good, he just needs to like jam on into the click for a second, I think.
Okay, let's just jam it.
Without a click track, so you're used to pulling back.
And you also can't
pushing.
follow him at all. You need to be pulling him back.
Yeah, you need to listen to that click track so hard.
Trying, but it's tough because we haven't. You know what I mean?
We've had to do one song so far where I had to have him do the guitar first and then have the drums play, just because following the click track
I like
problem.
everything pre-pro'd anyway. So
Yeah.
let's give it
This
one more go. I turned
might
the,
have to be done that way.
Go again.
yeah, this one's definitely gonna be a lay the guitar down first one.
All right, so we're gonna lay the guitar down and vocals and shit down first, and then we're gonna take it from there. Okay?
Just that'll definitely be more effective, I think.
It's hard.
No,
it's
dude,
like trying to.
I absolutely get it. I definitely had riffs. Right?
As far as the songs on the album, you know, we definitely, you know, wanted to retro it where me and Daniel, back with our days with Struck by Lightning, you know, where we left off, and, you know, bringing Daniel into the band. So, you know, we had a slew of songs, and, you know, there's still more out there that, you know, probably we will hopefully revisit. But, you know, 4 of those songs, you know, including the cover song that we did, For What It's Worth, which, you know, turned out phenomenal. And the 3 other songs from, you know, that era that we, you know, back in the 90s where we actually wrote those, we just felt that the songs that we chose were the right ones, and when we were jamming them, getting ready for the recording process, we're just, those are the ones that we picked and we felt, and that, you know, especially I felt that would fit with Meat in our retrospective. It just felt right. And then the only other song on the EP, you know, that wasn't a song that me and Daniel wrote together, but it was a Meat song that was never recorded. Was Living It Up, and that particular song that never actually hit an album. I just felt that it just needed to be done because it's fucking kick-ass. And from that particular song, there was a line in there called, you know, double shot of whiskey would really make my day. And in fact, I have to give props to Daniel because he came up with this and said, you know, we should call the album Double Shot of Whiskey. And I was just like, well, yeah, absolutely. So that's kind of how that all came about. So real proud of the songs that we did, and you know, hopefully by year's end we can have another, you know, 5-song EP and just keep rolling. We'll see.
I think this will go splendidly now.
Alright, let me go to my office.
Have you officially met Randy?
No.
Oh, hey, this is Randy.
Oh,
He's my jackass kid.
Oh,
What I'm
yeah.
talking about.
That's your son?
Yes.
Daniel Jesse.
Randy, nice to meet you, man.
He, by trade, is actually a school teacher.
Good. That's fucking awesome.
My past life, I substitute.
Past life.
My past life, I was a school teacher.
Weren't you in arts? Is that what you did? Or music?
Music and arts is what I specialized in, but I taught it all. I mean, I taught
Awesome.
Japanese, I taught it all.
Wow, cool.
Ah.
See?
Sound.
Konnichiwa.
Ah.
Did what to what?
Also, I taught the female dance class. I'm like, do I like just need to bust out a sack of singles now?
No doubt. There goes my paycheck.
There we go. This is 31 felonies right here.
I want to take 2.
That's funny as shit.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Something's happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there. He's telling me I've got to beware. Think it's time we stop, children. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Yeah. Paranoia strikes deep. Into your life it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line and come and take you away.
Tank. Tank.
Alright.
Man.
Pick up from where you fucked up.
That was epic, man.
You got some mad cowbell skills, man.
Yeah! Yeah! I like the throatiness of that cowbell.
Throat.
Did you just say you like to cowbell at Peruvian?
It's a deep throat cowbell. Deep throat cowbell.
Okay, so do you want me
Right.
to just
Hey! Hey! Hey!
That's how we do.
Daryl just sharted.
Good God, man!
Whoa! Run!
Good thing my nose doesn't work. Mr. Tambourine Man.
Tambourine jackass.
Honestly, I'm hearing it in my head and I think it would sound good. Yeah.
So. All right, Mr. Chicken Pot Pie.
Well, let's try.
Here we go.
Let's hear how it sounds. Yeah, I like it.
Cool. Okay, which?
Tell your blood sugar pod to shut up. Shut up, I'm fine.
Maybe he's not. Think about that.
Well,
Last week.
it's running a tiny bit high, but I'm just not compensating for my beers here. Let me just fix that.
Maybe something in the way that you move, or the way you're looking at me. I wanna knock you down, kick you around, slap you in the face. If you don't stop ignoring me, well, maybe I'm abusive, but my thoughts they are conclusive. I've got an attitude that I just can't seem to adjust. Watch out for me.
Nailed that one.
Hey, bud.
That's one of those parts, those OOs.
Uh-huh.
Good to have the female backup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely,
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Baby back ribs. Tragedy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Child. Why can't I believe? Why does it have to be so hard? Tell me, why can't I believe in you and me? What you said in the morning when I woke up, you made some coffee and you poured it in Daniel's cup. Okay.
All right.
It's what you said in the morning when we woke up, you made some coffee and you poured it in my cup.
No, I've got lots of money. I just can't get to it.
Oh, woman is all you need to say then. Bitch, where's my money?
Here we go.
Why?
All right.
Man, I was cut off pretty quick then.
Right, says.
Everything on your list pretty much just.
Yeah, you're rocking that, man.
How long is Daryl's list?
I'll be here for a week. I think there's a pack of Arby's sauce in there. You want it?
I got salty nuts.
Salty nuts.
I'm lost. What are you talking about?
Okay, so see how there's hits, and then there's no hits. And the bass goes dun 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 without the drums.
Well, let me ask you: is how you're playing it, how you've always played it?
It sounds right to me.
I think the hits should be there. That's my opinion.
Well, let's experiment then. Okay.
Yeah,
Regardless of whether
I'm
we
lost
keep.
as to what you're saying. So
Okay, I'll just do it.
You don't have a bass go
do
do and there's no hits there. Play it again, just real quick, Kurt.
I'm just gonna fix it so
Okay.
he knows what we're talking about.
How's your nuts, man?
salty.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Play it again.
I think that sounds way better.
Play it from the top, and then let's, so you can see the whole transition.
I like that a lot better, but in fact, though, that's not the way I played it originally, but I do like that better.
I think it almost was like, it was just like,
Yeah, to me it sounded like.
regardless of that's how
Randy
it was.
actually mentioned that too. He's like, how come they didn't play those? I'm like, I don't know.
Play it again, I want to hear it again.
I sound like a little
Angry.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that hi-hat thing, that was like, just made it sound like I was struggling without it.
Well, and honestly, you were. That's
Well,
that
yeah, it was.
spot
That was
That's the stuff that we fucking fought forever.
Yeah, it was a bad day.
And the reason why we didn't copy and paste it out of the other part like we just did is because you did it open hi-hat.
Yeah. Right.
Or I would have just done that from the get-go.
Right. Well,
Oh,
there's a
hold on,
part,
there's something
the
about
part
it.
where it kicks into the heavy part that I want. When we did it live, I did a big old and then busted into the to the heavy part. I'm like, there's a way we can
As far as
replacing it on top of the snare right before that.
that one right there.
Yeah. Actually, that whole bass, that snare and bass thing is how it should have been.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Fucking A, man.
Perfect.
Fucking A.
Woo! Play it again.
There we go. Play it again.
Exactly how it was supposed to be.
Okay. All right. We should have just went down to the drum circle and recorded.
I know, right? Hey, we just gonna play this for a minute?
Yeah. Solid. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
So the bongos, is that a good effect? Does that work?
Yeah. Honestly,
I think we have a little
I don't think
reverb
we need
to
to
it.
add any shaker.
Okay. Yeah, because I agree with what you're saying.
I don't want
the
to mud it up.
tambourine is more of a climax kind of thing.
Yeah, as I say, it'll
I mean,
take away from.
You
the-
got to remember, we still got to play this live. We're having way too much fun with this. Good. Too bad we don't get paid for this shit.
Not yet. I do totally agree. Now, listening to the song, you got the three different percussive elements. You got the bongos at the first, cowbell in the middle, and tambourine at the end.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, we don't need to muddy it up anymore. It happens.
We fixed another Daniel.
I want the knife. Please.
Thank goodness for digital studios.
No doubt.
Man, I'll be an awesome drummer by the time this is over.
I know. Right. Man. I guess I won't call that other guy back.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking perfect, man. Dan, you're good, man. You're right on time, my friend.
That's how we do. That's how we do.
It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Some damn women in here that didn't sing some vocals.
No doubt. I think that's what he's discussing right now.
Oh, hey. I didn't think you were looking. When you're rocking out to your own shit.
Where's my lighter?
Is that on? For the record, I fucking hate this band.
They suck! It'll pass without, I think, but
I don't think it would hurt to.
I mean, it would not hurt to try. I
think
mean,
we
we
would
would
just
probably only need like an hour.
yeah. I think we would just make it just pop, like, so.
Okay.
I mean, we don't want to have any regrets on this thing, so.
Yeah, you're right.
We don't want to look back like, but what if?
Do not settle. That was my first comment when we fucking walked in here.
I'm like, you know, if it totally sucks, we can delete the shit.
Yeah. Okay.
So when I listen to the good drummer that's on there, then I can just practice. Just practice along with that good drummer. And
Well, you know what, Daniel?
We're good to go.
On your defense, I've got to say that, like, since we've been rehearsing the last few weeks, you've gotten better, dude.
Say?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you know. I'll tell you what. I mean, just rehearsing like with downfall and stuff with the click and everything, and it's made me a better guitar player.
Are you guys practicing with click and everything now?
We're not practicing with the click. We did when we were rehearsing for the stuff, you know. But I mean, I don't know. It's just.
It definitely helps, man.
It helps as far as your timing goes, and you're conscious about that. So.
Right.
You know, when we were recording this EP, and I know me and Daniel have always felt the same way, that we definitely wanted to bring a little spice to the album, and you know, always bringing a female vocalist into the mix just definitely adds. I mean, it just brings a whole new perspective to the music, and so we got a hold of a friend of ours, Lindsay Smith, and brought her in to do vocals, and you know, she was kind of shocked that we're like, you know, we don't want to, you know, she's like, when are we going to rehearse for this? And we're just like, studio's on freaking Saturday. We'll see you there. And, you know, we just kind of threw it to the wolves, and it worked out. And I'm real happy that we did it that way, because I think if we rehearsed, it may have been a little too overproduced, but it definitely was the right choice to bring her in, to bring the female aspect of things, because it took a whole new twist to our music, and real happy about that. Absolutely.
Probably start with this song, just like in the verse. Knock you down, kick you around, slap you in the face. And then when it goes to the
Okay, so which song did you want to start
so
with?
this,
then?
let's start with Tragedy here.
So you want me up high?
Yeah, I was a higher octave. I mean, I
let's just do one really quick and see what it sounds like. Huh?
Okay.
Ugh.
No pressure. It's like, no!
Holy
I'm
shit,
not
I haven't done anything.
Let's just do it. Go.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, go.
Oh, and we're filming. Great.
Also a documentary, yes.
Pay no attention to the camera.
My back will be toward it. Hopefully this is my good side.
Oops. All right.
Run as fast as you can. Run as fast as you can.
That sounded good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one's pretty damn good.
Run as fast as you can.
I think that's the keeper. I think that's the one that's gonna go on all of them. That one was definitely.
Third time's always a charm.
Okay, and what is this one?
Does it, on that third one, does it go, whoa?
Yeah, I was gonna say, listen to this last one really quick. Okay, let me solo those out really quick.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Would it be easier for you to sing along with it without the music?
Probably.
But I gotta see if I can actually make it so you can hear.
Whoa, 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 whoa. How is that one? How was that one?
So that
again?
one's
Whoa.
yes.
Alright, here we go.
Knock you down, kick you around.
it can be a little tighter.
So we need to go clear to the next verse here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll go.
That red line right there.
I got an attitude that I just can't seem to adjust. Yep.
Got an attitude. That's on.
I've got an attitude, I just... Attitude.
You need to rewrite
Attitude.
Daniel's writing.
That Daniel
That
guy
I just can't.
write for shit.
Can't seem to adjust. I've got an attitude that I just can't seem to adjust.
Alright,
Just
here we
like
go.
that.
Let's try it.
I've got an attitude that I just can't seem to adjust.
That's what you need to do.
That's
sounded
it
good.
right there.
I've got an attitude that I just can't seem to adjust.
That might be it. Okay, I think you can do a little bit better, but that's
Yeah.
close. That's the closest you've gotten.
Okay.
Here we go. Remember, you're jumping right in.
Okay. I've got an attitude that I just can't seem to adjust.
That might be it right there. Hey, just the way it's mixed in and everything, perfect.
The what?
I think that works just right there. The
Yeah,
way-
it sounded dead on.
Yeah, they're just the way it is. It's that one. That's good.
To do battle lines are being drawn.
I think you should do it.
No, I don't think
Right there.
Yeah.
I knew exactly where he was talking.
And then on this one, speaking their minds, that's what she's gonna do. Speaking their minds as in like an echo. Young people speaking their minds.
Speaking their minds, or something
Yeah,
like that, like
right.
an after
Yeah.
echo. Okay, that
Yeah.
would sound pretty cool. Okay.
Speaking their minds.
He's good. This
Wow. Fuck y'all.
it's all good, brother. Alright, let's just.
Okay, my advice for the echoes
Yes.
is don't try and sing them as an echo. Sing them along and we'll move them to where the echo needs to be.
Right,
Does that make sense?
yeah.
That way
Okay.
you're actually singing it.
Yeah.
With their
Yeah.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
Okay. All right.
So let me hear battle
Yeah,
lines are being drawn.
Okay.
Being.
Man, that's
Being.
my Utah accent there. So, battle lines are being drawn.
Okay, let me hear it again. Battle lines are being drawn. Do you want?
Okay, don't listen to his ahs. Want me to get rid of those? His ahs?
Sure.
Battle lines are being drawn. 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 Battle lines are being drawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like I think that would be perfect.
We brought on a female vocalist, Lindsay Smith. Lindsay Smith's a friend of Daryl's and friend of Daryl's wife. And you know, back in '94 when we were recording those songs in '94, the original band that Daryl and I was in. There was vocal harmonics with a higher level and a lower level vocal and with those songs. And every time we played those songs, I could always hear the vocal harmonics, but like, you know, when we were recording these songs in the studio, we didn't have any intentions of anything other than just Daryl singing the songs, and they sounded great as it was, but I just kept on, like, I'm still hearing a backup vocal in there. And you know, Daryl and I, before going into the studio, we promised each other, like, you know, when we do this record this time, we don't want to have any regrets at all. We want to be able to make it so that when we listen to this record 20 years from now, we're still proud of the record. And we have no regrets. And we're not going to cringe saying, oh, geez, I wish I would have done it this way or that way or added this or whatever. So we went into it saying, you know what, we're not on a deadline. Our budget is fine, you know, and we want to do it right the first time and make it so that it's something we can be proud of. And so, like, Daryl, you know, these songs need female backups, and it's just, I just feel it. I don't want to have the regret. I don't want to, you know, look back on it. And so he's like, yeah, I agree. So you know, a couple of weeks passed and he texted me like, I think we got the person we need to do the backups. And so we brought in Lindsay and basically threw her right into the fire with no rehearsals, nothing. It's like, here, be at the studio this time, this place, and let's get it done. And so she did, just off the, you know, no rehearsals at all, said this is what we want, just, you know, kind of like laid it out what we wanted it to sound like, and she killed it. It was awesome. And you know, rehearsing with her, getting ready for live shows and things like that, it's going really well. That I'm glad that, you know, we came to the conclusion to bring in a female backup. It, you know, it just took it to the next level, and it just added that just little extra je ne sais quoi, I guess you could say, to the record. That you know, I think all the missing pieces have been filled in, and it's really something that we can all be proud of for forever now. I'm glad that we did it.
Okay.
Battle lines are being drawn. I think I was still off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Okay, do it again. Battle lines are being drawn.
Yeah, there we go.
Still off.
Oh, what you guys think? I liked it.
Did you?
Yeah,
Okay, as long as you like it.
I think it
Sounded
was all
good on
in
my
key.
end.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess my opinion is the only thing that matters.
I hate the sound of my own voice, so whatever you like. And I'm only doing speaking their minds.
Let's do the young people speaking their minds. Just do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Young people speaking their minds.
Yeah.
All right, here we
Young
go.
people speaking their minds.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Young people speaking their minds.
One more time.
Did that come in late?
Young people speaking their minds.
And you wanted that as an echo, right?
That's what I heard in my head, is like kind of after the fact.
So kind of line it up with the ahs.
Just like on this on the speaking their minds. So
Okay, let me get it. Let me get it to where I can line it up with the ahs, correct? Oh my god. Come on,
we're just fucking winging it.
That's when I heard it in my head. That's what I heard. I heard it in a higher octave.
it sounds like it fits. It's just. But okay, you hear where it goes now, correctly?
Mm-hmm.
Sing along with it in a higher octave. Got it? Got it?
She's got it.
Speaking their minds.
Yeah, like that.
Speaking their minds.
Might be it right there. So,
yeah.
Okay.
That sounds awesome. Like exactly what I heard in my head when I was writing these notes.
Yeah. Whatever.
It was.
You're a drummer. We know better.
Shut up, man.
Yeah, maybe just take a.
Go.
Sorry.
I'm
Hold
gonna take
on
some quick
just a
notes here,
second.
man.
And look, sorry, I'm writing it down.
That's okay. I'm just. If we're not actually recording, I'm just making this go so you can hear it. So
Yeah.
You get it in your head.
Stop it. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
Yep.
Stop. Hey, what's that sound?
Stop. Hey.
Oh yeah. Stop. Hey, what's that sound?
Stop. Hey.
Hey!
I don't know. This fucking song.
Stop. Hey. What's that sound? Stop, hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop, hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop, hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop, hey, what's that sound?
That was 1,000 times better than the time before.
Well, that's good because I totally lost all of my breath.
And then
Do you like it?
Stop it, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop it, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop it, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Say stop it, what's that sound?
I like it.
Yeah,
Okay.
good.
I like it a lot.
Everybody agrees it's in time now, right?
Sounds great.
It sounded right.
Whether it is or not, it sounds like it's in time.
Okay. Because I'm going to glue it together. So those. Ready?
I'm not producing this one. I'm out.
This,
Because
is all his shit.
every time I do something, I'm like, no, let's cut that. And then it sounds good.
Okay, so we're going with.
1,000 people in the street.
Okay, here we go.
So, well, do it again.
Maybe a little lead.
There's 1,000 people in the street.
Yeah.
There's 1,000 people in the street.
Don't sing, don't sing. Do it again. One more time.
Okay. There's 1,000 people in the street.
Okay, I'm
So you want me to
lost.
sing all 3 lines? They're singing songs and carrying signs. Mostly say for our side.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see.
Singing
Mostly
songs.
saying hooray.
Yeah.
Like,
Hooray.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly that.
and you have to do the dance.
Songs and carrying signs. Mostly say hooray for our side. Stop, hey.
This is a little different than the one before, though. It doesn't do it the same way. Carrying signs.
Carrying signs.
Exactly. That, If
Yeah.
I was gonna do anything, that's all I would do right here.
Man,
Okay.
I'm going, huh?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Oh, sorry. I thought I had the 2-second lead in. Yeah, I didn't. Oop, wrong button. Okay.
Do you want me to?
Say what?
Sorry. Do you want me to just do the echo or
Yep,
sing with
just
it?
do the echo.
Okay. Carrying signs.
There you go.
Stop, hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop, hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop, hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop, hey, what's that sound?
That was perfect.
Pretty darn good, Lance.
No, that was fucking awesome. That was.
Come on,
That would make it chopped into the other ones, actually.
Why can't I believe? Start over, I messed
Yeah,
up.
it came in just a little late.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Why can't I believe? Why can't I believe? Why can't I believe in you and me?
We're coming in on the second one. The first one doesn't matter.
Okay.
So,
Why can't I believe? Why can't I believe?
that might have been it.
Why can't I believe? Why can't I believe? Why can't I believe?
I mean, you know it's there, but you don't know it's there.
Right. Yeah.
Why can't I
Sounds good.
The future of the band, when Daryl and I went into the studio in September of 2017, we didn't have a bass player. Our original bass player, well, not original to this current Meat project was Daryl Lynn, which was Daryl's daughter, and she had a kidney transplant and decided to, focus on recovery and things like that, which is great. So when Daryl and I rehearsed these 5 songs throughout this summer, we booked studio time in September. Daryl's also an excellent bass player, so we really, we went into the studio, just Daryl and I together. Daryl did the bass, guitars, vocals, all that kind of thing, and killed it. Sounds awesome. Obviously we knew that we wanted to, start playing clubs again, and but we obviously needed a bass player, and so we've been kicking some ideas around. Should we hold auditions? Should we, just, put the word out and see what happens or whatever? And Daryl's always had a good relationship with Tracy Dickinson. He's the bass player for the Loopland Effect, and we've played with them in clubs before, and he's been friends with Daryl for years and years and years, and Daryl knows Tracy well, Tracy knows Daryl well. They know and like each other's styles, and so Daryl just gives Tracy a text and, hey, we need a bass player, and we like your style, we like you. I think you're gonna fit well with the band. You're not, you kind of fit the whole look and vibe of what we're doing with Meat. And so Daryl hit Tracy up, and Daryl just sends Tracy a text like, hey, you in or out, man? And I guess the rest is history. Tracy's in, and he's killing it with bass, and we're excited to start playing shows here soon and getting ramped up for that. Tracy's an awesome addition to the band. We got a bunch of shows lined up coming up this summer. We're excited to, get Meat back on the road and doing what we do best.
All right, kids, my job's here is done.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hey, bitches, we're still filming.
Yes, welcome to the Meat Locker. This is one of our many
rituals.
Fans, I guess you could say.
We like her. She just stands there.
She never complains.
And,
Her, not me.
doesn't have a head.
Is this one? That one. The other one's just kind of an accent.
I done practiced that one.
What?
I was practicing that one.
Yeah, I could tell. You sound better than I was. So there we go, my hands. That's all I got.
Show you the black shot glass.
He's been straight lining dry ice. It happens.
Imagine that. Hey, buddy. This is what we do. We don't really practice.
Drink beer and make noise, eh?
Yeah, that's it.
One of these days we're gonna be big rock stars. Probably not. That's a good one.
There's a lot of these days left.
Yeah.
But not next Tuesday.
How do you drink your water, Tracy?
After it's been filtered through a brewery first, eh? The safe way.
Hey, there's Lindsay.
Hey.
Drinking her virgin vodka.
Oh yeah. That's what she does.
Straight. Take home with me last week.
Your bass.
Yeah.
Fully dressed.
Fully dressed. Yes.
With her head.
She has no
In
head.
her hand.
In her head.
Oh yeah, head in the hand. Yes.
I'll tell you what. All right, we're the Metal Edge Assassin Team. We're gonna see you on the fucking road. We just got through with rehearsal. We got Mr. Tracy D. I like to call him Dick Tracy because he's a kind of a dick. And Mr. Daniel Jesse here. Metal Edge Assassin Team. Peace out. We love you, bitches.
See you on the road.
check at the liquor store. Get drunk, get home and get laid. I'll wake up in the morning and do it again. Living up from the moment I rise. Days out, live my life. Grab myself for a drink and a damn. The dope is the motherfuckers how I roll. Mine is rugged, wasted. Life is wasted away. Double shot of whiskey really make my day. Life is a party, just can't get enough. Party like a rock star and live it up. Life is a party, just can't get enough. Party like a rock star and live it up. Home and check at the liquor store. Get drunk and home and get laid. I'll wake up in the morning and do it again. Live it up from the moment I rise. Dirt's how I live my life. Grab myself for a drink and I'm down. The dope is the motherfuckers how I roll. Mine is rugged, wasted. Life is wasted away.